It's time for Down on the Corner with Dale Hoffman, North Arkansas's premier news talk program. Brought to you by Brood Awakening Coffee, with 3 locations to serve you. Baxter Regional Medical Center lobby, Highway 62 412 at Balmer Boulevard, and the Walmart East Plaza. And now, Down on the Corner.
Good morning, North Central Arkansas, Southern Missouri. It is Tuesday, December 3rd, 2019. It is 7 a.m. Central Standard Time.
It's a Tuesday.
It's a Tuesday.
It's a Tuesday.
Yeah, what do we got? 3 weeks and a day before Christmas.
According to Ben, we got to think on Tuesday. After that, Wednesday all the way through, we get a coast. That's.
Yep.
I like his theory.
Just
a good kid.
Wednesday,
yeah.
Thursday, Friday, yeah. So Tuesday's thinking day, right?
Monday and Tuesday.
Monday, Tuesday.
Yeah,
okay.
Monday, Tuesday you think, and then you coast the rest of the
This
week.
is my last day of thinking.
There you go. There you go. Good morning, everybody. Welcome down on the corner program. Dale Hoffman, along with Scooter Callis, and our prayer today is going to be brought to you by Ben here in just a minute. Guest today is Mickey Pendergrass, Baxter County Judge. How you doing, Judge?
Good morning. I'm doing good.
Yeah. Good Thanksgiving?
To be as old as Mickey Mouse, yes, I had a real good one.
I did too. Yeah, a lot of fun. It's a good thing I overate that kept me from blowing away in all that wind.
Yeah, it's a good thing all of them were.
Shaking his head.
I'm not going anywhere with that.
Come on.
I
No
don't think
snide
there's
remark
any
over
wind
there at the
here.
director's chair.
Nope.
He's
Nope.
well
I don't
planted
think
in
there's
there.
any
I don't
wind
think
here.
we
I
have to
think
worry
it's
about that.
just cold. I think it's just cold.
It
Do you
is
think
now, yeah.
it is cold?
Yeah.
It is cold.
I think it's just cold instead of windy.
Are you ready for some snow, Ben? Do you want snow?
Yeah, I want snow.
There you go. My kind
He
of kid.
don't. I don't. It costs him lots of money. Then he sends us the bill.
Mighty nice guy, isn't he?
Down on the Corner is brought to you by Brood Awakening Coffee, the best coffee in town. If you're not drinking Brood Awakening, you're just drinking muddy water. Check out all 3 locations, Baxter Regional Hospital, and of course you got Balmer Boulevard and 62 East Plaza out by Anytime Fitness. And of course over at
I
Baxter
don't like
Regional.
the Cardinals.
Do what?
I don't like the Cardinals.
Don't like the Cardinals.
You like Kentucky?
to do with the coffee?
I'm beginning to love this kid already.
I like Kentucky.
Who?
Kentucky.
This is pro baseball. That's St. Louis
We're
Cardinals
only
baseball.
2 states away from Kentucky.
No.
We're close.
We're close.
We're
Yeah,
getting close.
Missouri
We're-
all the way to Kentucky.
Yep.
All
That guy's
right.
in Kentucky in October. Brood Awakening
Yeah,
Coffee, 3 locations to serve you. Once again, Balmer Boulevard. We've got 62 East Plaza and, of course, Baxter Regional Medical Center. Still under construction in the lobby. Anybody
Yep.
been out to the hospital in a while? Have you been over to the hospital? How's that lobby?
I haven't been out there.
I haven't
My
either.
grandma's
days.
at Kentucky.
Really? Yeah.
We're going to just hold the show
But
on
she's
Kentucky.
moving.
Yeah, nice state.
She's
They
They come
moving.
through from,
She's moving away from her house. That's a little bit close to her house, but it's not going to be.
I bet it's cold.
It's going to be a little bit smaller.
Do you think it's cold in Kentucky?
Actually, yes.
Yeah.
Actually, yes.
Brood Awakening Coffee, 3 locations to serve you. If you're not drinking Brood Awakening, you're just drinking muddy water. Roller Funeral Homes of Arkansas bring morning prayer each and every day with all our respect. Roller Funeral Homes. Across the state of Arkansas, there's 29 Roller Funeral Homes to serve you, with 1 in Memphis, Tennessee. Right here, talk to Brad, Charlotte, Bruce, Chris, anybody there can help you. Pre-planning, emergency situation, whatever it may be, give them a call right here in Mountain Home, Arkansas. Roller Funeral Homes, with all our respect. Today we have Ben, who is a 2nd grade student at Mountain Christian Academy. You can call them at 424-6622. They teach no Common Core, take no government monies. Ben's here to do the morning prayer. Are you ready? All right, it's all yours.
Dear Lord, thank you for this day. Thank you for all you've given us. And please help this world to be healthy and warm up. And please, I pray for the whole world. And I pray for the sickness that has been coming out. And I pray for the military. Amen.
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 Morning prayer today
Good
by
job.
Ben, 2nd grade student, Mountain Christian Academy. You enjoying school?
Yes.
What's your favorite subject?
Math.
Math. We've finally got a math.
There you go.
Everybody, that was the least favorite subject. Everybody,
yeah. Like 70%. Math was not their favorite.
Good
but we had
job.
some history and some science last week. So,
You want to know my least favorite?
okay.
My least favorite is pretty much history.
History? How come?
Well, because it has like thousands of things that we need on right now. It's like 110 things we got
It's
on.
like
lot of
all
things.
the dates and all
Yeah.
the time. Yeah, that
Yeah,
makes it
math
tough.
doesn't have as much. It has about 199.
Mm-hmm.
I like it a lot better because it's a lot quicker. It's a lot quicker to
There you
learn.
That makes sense to me.
you
I'm
go.
with you. I'm a math fan. I'm with you. It's quick.
Morning prayer brought to you by Roller Funeral Homes. With all our respect, Roller Funeral Homes. And once again, talk to Charlotte, Bruce, Brad, Chris. They can help you pre-plan, whatever it may be. Roller Funeral Homes, they bring you morning prayer each and every day. Once again, if you can help them out on Christian Academy financially, call them at 424-6622. They take no government monies and teach no Common Core. Oh, weather time, trumpet.
No, I'm gonna let Ben do. Can
you need
do
to
a
do a trumpet.
trumpet? Can you make a trumpet noise? There you go. The
Pickle
weather.
Brought to you by the Z-Team, Bob and Linda Zador. For all your real estate needs, 870-405-0793, retireToArkansas.net. We have the live shot of the White River, the camera located in Marion County, looking into Cotter, Arkansas. See a beautiful sunrise on the way here. The 62-412 bridge to the left of the screen. Mountain Home City would be on the center right. Well, let me back up. Be on the horizon on the right-hand side, right there about where the cloud break is. And they say you can see all the way into the Missouri, state of Missouri.
That's cool. That's a great shot, though.
Yeah, it sure is. The clearing there's a little baseball area along with the Railroad Museum area right there at Big Spring Park. Beautiful shop. Brought to you by the Z-Team, Bob and Linda Zador. For all your real estate needs, 870-405-0793. He was here yesterday, and, the short week, well, yeah, down a little bit. They only did like 2.3, 2.6 million, something like that in real estate through the multiple listing service in this area. So the real estate is moving. They need some listings. So get your home listed today with the Z-Team. They can help you from Mountain Home to Melbourne to Marshall to Mountain View, all the way up into Missouri, Gainesville to West Plains and everywhere in between. The team is assembled and ready to go. So give them a call, 870-405-0793. The weather brought to you by the Z-Team.
He's waving hi to everybody. I love it.
Right now, Mountain Home, we got 31 degrees here. Flippin's at 28, 30 at Harrison, 28 at Yellville. Salem at 27, Calico Rock at 31, 30 in Mountain View. Around the region, St. Louis checks in at 24, 27 at Poplar Bluff, West Plains at 27, Branson at 34, and Watford City, North Dakota at 27 degrees. On the radar, yes, we have to refresh this thing every time. You take it off the screen, you have to refresh it, so we have to wait just a minute. Checking the national radar, we have a little bit of snow and rain in Iowa.
Yeah, we have a little bit of rain showers.
And we have some rain down in Mexico and a little bit up around the San Francisco area in California. Other than that, it's pretty clear in the country. Northern Idaho and northeast Washington getting some freezing precip, along with just a little bit in western Montana.
And Arkansas has nothing.
Arkansas has nothing. There's a little
Missouri
bit right there
has
just to the
nothing,
west
and
of St.
Kentucky
Paul.
has nothing.
Yep, nothing in Kentucky. Midwest
Nothing
is clear
in
right now.
Missouri either.
He's worried about Kentucky
How
here.
the fishing is.
And
How's the fishing?
What's he
Ask
saying?
him.
We're
Ask
not.
him.
Huh? What?
we're not really fishing much.
You're not.
Have you not been fishing?
You never
Yeah.
ask him how. He's
We're
supposed to give a
starting.
weather report. You ought to give a fishing report.
I'll give a fishing report.
Yeah.
How is the fishing? Have you been on the lakes in a while?
Not,
Well-
not in a few days.
Really?
My dad has been on the creek. I think it was like day before yesterday.
Really?
Dad, how's the fishing?
Good.
Good. I got double thumbs up, so he's doing good.
Smallmouth or crappie? What you fishing right now?
River.
Oh,
Trout.
fish on the
Trout
river.
fishing.
Yeah.
It's always good.
I
It's
think he
always
got
good.
some rainbow trout. I think he got some rainbow trout.
No, good. Highways in Arkansas, 62-412 east and west is clear as this time, as well as Highway 65 north-south Little Rock, Branson, Highway 67, 167 Little Rock, Batesville, Poplar Bluff. Interstates 30, 40, 49, 55, 555 in Arkansas, looking good. And in Missouri, we've got I-70 to St. Louis from Kansas City, I-49 north and south KC down to the Arkansas state line. Interstate 44, Joplin, Springfield, Lebanon, Rolla into St. Louis. We got I-64 East St. Louis, Illinois East in good shape, I-57, I-70 Vandalia, Effingham in good shape, 24 at 57, looking really good right now. And so, no watches or warnings. There's a little bit of a flood watch along the Ohio and the Mississippi rivers just south of Carroll, Illinois, but other than that, a little bit of wind in Wyoming, and we have some winter precip going off of the East Coast. Other than that, we're in pretty good shape. 7-day forecast, high today 56 degrees with sunlight, mostly clear, low of 33 tonight, 58 tomorrow with bright sunshiny skies. And then Thursday, we have a 20% chance of showers, a high of 58, 70% on Thursday night, low of 42. On Friday, high of 52, Saturday, a high of 53. And taking a closer look at Arkansas, we have in West Memphis, we have an accident on I-40 at mile marker 269.3. We also have an accident on Highway 15, 1.2 miles southwest of US Highway 82, 1.2 miles south of El Dorado, Arkansas. So you can also get these apps on your phone while you're traveling, and so we want people to be aware. You can also check your border states of Missouri, Oklahoma, Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, and Tennessee from the app and from the website. State of Missouri, we have a flood watch box along Route BB westbound due to flooding. This is just off of Highway 63 going, this is where 60 and 63 run from Kabul a little bit. And so a little bit of water right there, so be careful if you're traveling from here to possibly Rolla, Missouri. Morning weather is brought to you by the Z-Team, Bob and Linda Zador, for all your real estate needs, 870-405-0793, retiretorkansas.net. They need some listings, so get your home listed with the Z-Team. Community calendar time. What's going on at Christian Academy? Anything going on? Anything special going on? Christmas dinners or anything?
I think there's a chili dinner.
That was last month, yeah.
I think it's past. They're doing basketball right now. You guys got your basketball season going.
Yeah, and this is the only thing left that's special about my school.
Van Meter Senior Center Activity and Wellness Center's 4th Annual Christmas Bake Sale, Thursday, December 12th from 9 to 4. Pies, cakes, cookies, and so much more. And then also on the 12th at the Van Meter Senior Center, they will have Christmas country music and dinner. Dinner starts at 11 a.m. to 12:30. This is 1101 Spring Street in Mount Home. They will be featuring Joshua Michael, country music singer. Your sponsor are Ignite Nutrition, Royal Storage, and Furniture Depot for those activities. And coming up this Saturday, we have the Holiday Craft and Bake Sale at Redeemer Lutheran Church on Highway 5 North at North Street from 8 until 2. Come and enjoy coffee or spiced apple cider, drawing for $50 gift card. You can also enjoy chicken noodle soup and crusty bread for $3, dine in or take out from 11 to 1. All proceeds support the Ozark Center of Hope. Then don't forget about Christmas Festival coming up
Friday night.
Somewhere around 4 o'clock, I think that's it.
Yeah, it's a 5K run.
Yeah.
4 o'clock, and they'll have everything set up with the stage and everything there at the courthouse, and the Christmas tree lighting will be at 5:30. Or approximately, and the courthouse will light up at the same time. But the Christmas tree will be a little different this year. It's over on the Veterans Plaza, and if they have enough floats, I think they have plans to introduce each float and stop in front of the stand right there in front of the courthouse, between the courthouse and the...
I think they said they're lighting the tree after the parade.
After the parade.
That'll be the climax on that. Yeah.
It's all big festivities, so there's going to be a lot of going on down there.
Yep.
Start with if you're really good at running, you could come do that, and then go walk in a parade to follow.
There you go.
I'm out.
Let's see, December 3rd from 1 to 2:30, the United Methodist Women Mount Home will hold their general meeting on December 3rd. It'll be the Contemporary Worship Center. It will be in the Contemporary Worship Center at 1. They'll be entertained by Pinkston Middle School Choir, led by Sherry Moeller. And officers will be inducted for 2020, light refreshments served.
We need to let Ben know, is Santa Claus going to be there?
No.
He going to be in the parade? Is he going to be Santa Claus? You got to come see the Santa Claus at the parade.
I'm going to see the Grinch. I'm hoping there's a Grinch. What about you?
I don't think there's going to be a Grinch.
Don't think so?
You don't think so?
I think we already got our Christmas tree a little bit set up.
A little bit?
Yeah.
What's a little bit?
We're still putting up our ornaments since we already have our lights.
There you go.
It just takes
a
time,
while,
doesn't it?
yeah.
Well, you have to make your ornaments and all that, don't you?
No, we don't.
You're not making them?
No, we're finding them, and we are doing like a little search for like nails.
Have you ever
We're
taken the
giving
string?
away some.
Have you ever taken the string and popcorn and
Oh,
made
yeah.
a big long line?
Oh, yeah.
And for the parents that have done that, they understand how much of a pain that really is.
Make the tree glisten. Because everybody's blicking the pot. No.
Are you doing anything special for Christmas coming up? Besides decorating the tree?
Besides decorating the tree. Yes, I'm actually reading.
You're reading. There you go.
I'm reading stuff about Jesus
It's got a good rhythm going
and
on.
about the Bible.
Cool.
Very good.
Awesome.
I'm on the part what angels do.
Ah, awesome.
What book is that?
Questions that Christian children ask about heaven and angels.
Good. Good learning.
That's good.
7:16, we need to take a break.
Ben's got to take us a break.
Oh, look at which camera you want? This one right here?
That's fine.
Look at that camera. Say, we need to take a break. See this camera right
You
here,
look
Ben?
at the camera, we'll look at you.
This one right
Look
here.
right there. Say, we're going to take a break. Be right back.
We're gonna take a break.
We're going to take a break. Be right back.
Do you know where your money goes when you give to charity? At the Salvation Army, 85 cents of every dollar stays to help those in need in our local community. Hi, I'm Captain Spaulding. The money we raise help people in the surrounding 5 counties, including Baxter, Marion, Sharp, Izzard, and Fulton. You can help by donating your unwanted items and by shopping at the Salvation Army store. Those in need get assistance with rent, utilities, sending kids to camp, and many other things. When it comes to this charity, the Salvation Army always helps those in our community.
Your car is a member of the family. It takes you where you need to go, and it makes sure you are safe at all times. When a wreck or accident happens, trust the only place that will treat you and your vehicle like a person, not a number. From collision repair and windshield replacement to paintless dent repair and hail damage removal, Dent Boys can cover all your automotive repair needs and make sure you are satisfied every step of the way. Call or visit the professionals at Dent Boys today and see the Dent Boys difference. Take a step back in time when going to a barbershop meant more than just getting a haircut. Come into Legionnaire Barbershop today, a unique gentleman's barbershop. Get back in style with 2 experienced licensed barbers who are trained in tonsorial arts and lock removal and are happy to give you a straight razor shave. Legionnaire Barbershop is veteran-owned and operated and located at 1041 Highland Circle, Suite 55 in Mountain Home. For a full, old-fashioned barbershop experience, stop by Legionnaire Barbershop today.
Hi, we're Bob and Linda Zadora, the Z Team at Century 21 Lemac Realty, and we'd like you to meet the rest of our team.
When you are working with the Z Team, you will find that not only are they down-to-earth people, but they are trained professionals who work with downsizers, first-time homebuyers, and clients who may want to relocate to our beautiful Ozarks. Our team has agents who specialize in lake and river properties, listing and selling raw land, acreage, and all residential homes. Listing your property with the Z Team will help get it sold with unmatched Century 21 global marketing. You can find out more at retiretoarkansas.net.
When you need durable and comfortable hospital scrubs stat, you need the Uniform Shop. The Uniform Shop is the place for top quality uniforms, carrying a great selection of name brands, including Carhartt, Bear Bradley, Urbane, and Gray's Anatomy, as well as shoes from Skechers, Nursemates, Softwalk, and Landau, stethoscopes from Littman, blood pressure cuffs, scissors, name tag retractables, compression socks, paramedic VDUs, and Rocky boots. The Uniform Shop also offers customizing, embroidery, and minor alterations. Let us put you in uniforms. Shop the Uniform Shop.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detail services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
Why would I?
We're almost at 7:20. Give it about 25 more seconds. We'll be at 7:20 already, right?
There you go.
Baxter County Judge Mickey Pendergrass, our guest today. Welcome, sir.
Good morning.
Yep.
Thank you.
And wow, here we are in December.
Already?
Quick. Not ready. Christmas is coming, whether you're ready or
3
not.
weeks and a day. Wow, 22 days away.
So it's the first of the year, the new budget. That's what.
In a new decade.
Yeah, we've been working on that for 2 or 3 months. So.
How's that budget? I know you're probably.
Yeah, it is a new decade. I hadn't
I
thought
hate
of
to
it
say
that
this.
way.
I bet y'all are pulling your hair out.
Well, the evidence shows.
Well, you know, you've got
Put my hat back on.
The fair, what is it? The Fair Standard Salary Act. What's it?
Federal Labor Standards Act.
Federal, yeah.
And Arkansas minimum wage, and our own phase studies, and that we had been working on that kind of got kicked out the door when we got hit with the rest of this. So, yeah, it all hit us at once, and it's been a pleasant last 30, 40 days trying to get it done. But we have a balanced budget even with the new jail revenue. We're also trying to get the jail done, which is trying to get through inspections so we can go to phase 2, and we're way behind the schedule there, but we're working on it. It cleared yesterday, so maybe we can get the inspection done, so move on. But yeah, it's the budget and dealing with personnel changes and moving parts in this thing. It's been a challenge.
So with the $11 an hour minimum wage coming through in 2021, okay, so you've got a guy that's been working here for, say, 15 years. Do you have to make adjustments to their salary as well to keep the percentage of what they were making before the $11 an hour and keep that percentage above the minimum wage? Because when 11's minimum wage and you've got a worker that should be, say, 15, 20% above that, how do you handle that? I mean, what do you do?
Well, we were addressing that issue before the minimum wages started hitting us. If you recall, when I started in 2013, minimum wage was $7.25. And the employees had not been getting the movement. The scale hadn't moved in years. They had got 2 or 3 bonuses, but the salaries never increased to speak of. And we were working on setting that in motion and finding the funding to start giving annual raises to those that would pass a proper evaluation, requiring the evaluation of each employee in their job description, etc. And so we just got that underway, and they voted in an $8.50 minimum wage. So we had to go back to square one, and to answer your question, we tried to move the salary scale to keep the separation of the job descriptions, because you have people up here that may be supervising 40 people, and you got somebody that's sitting down here answering the phone, supervising nobody and handling no money. So the job description and the job rankings are different. So it took us 3 years to get from 725 to 850 with the funding we had. And then once we reached that goal and got everybody involved in giving and funding an annual raise every year based upon a good evaluation, we commissioned a study from a group that specializes in this to compare our salaries to other counties our size, other cities, and the local market, so that we could see that we could keep our people, that we were paying an equivalent wage to what the community was going. And so we had that study done and considered it through. In the meantime, I've created an HR department, which was a huge help in this process. And we had that the study was presented to us and could be implemented in a couple of phases. So we hit phase 1, and we started moving salaries around based upon what this study showed us on each job was giving a loading scale similar to what we did in 2007, but this was done by professionals, not by JPs that were laymen out here in the community like we did in 2006 and 2007. But so we started looking at moving these job descriptions around and putting them on the scale, and one compared to the other based upon the responsibilities of each job. And just as we got phase 1 implemented and funded the cost of it, they pass another minimum wage law. Well, now we got to make plans by 2021 to be at $11 an hour from $8.50. So what we have done this year is we have been moving the bottom tiers, the bottom job descriptions it was a 14% move. So if you move everybody 14%, there's no way the county can fund it. So we come up with a kind of a hybrid plan that we could take off the bottom 2 or 3 job levels, move them up to the next one, and then we could move it at smaller increments. Like this year, it's 4.5% in 2020 to get us to $10 an hour plus, and then next year it'll be about 4% or another 4.5% to get us to 11. So it's taken in steps, and we've been dealing with this for the last 6 years. We've had to move that whole jobs scale in steps to get ready for the next hammer. I can tell you that if they come back, and it's a possibility they'll come back again with another ballot initiative to raise the minimum wage $15 an hour, we're done. If you think that we just raised your taxes but 2 meals, something that I never dreamed I'd be involved in, but
You got to pay for it.
that's what creates it. We got to have a basis to afford all this. But if they raise $15 an hour, our county can't afford it. And if our county can't afford it, there's 70 others that there's no way they're going to afford it.
What happens then?
And you start cutting personnel, which means you cut services. You have to start cutting positions to meet the minimum wage, or you just violate the law and don't pay minimum wage. So I have stated from the beginning when they started this minimum wage talk across the country that you cannot legislate people out of poverty. You're going to create it.
That's what we're doing.
And as you keep raising this minimum wage, you're going to create more poverty. You're going to make it difficult to get job entry jobs for those trying to get into the workforce, and the young people or those that are unskilled that need to move into the system. You're going to make it where it's unaffordable, and they're still going to be without a job. So you're going to create more poverty that way. The government needs to let the market handle it. The market has done a good job, and we were doing a good job to deal with it, to get us to the scale where we're taking the proper steps, and then they forced it on us so that we had to do it quicker. But that's where we're at, and that was the big bear in the room. Plus the cost of health insurance, everybody knows the cost of medical care costs have gone up. We were facing a 42% increase in health insurance costs this year.
42%.
And that's the highest increase that we were facing over the last 4 years. It's just been
What caused that increase?
It's a combination of things. We changed last year to keep it from being 20% plus. We changed companies from Blue Cross to United, and we were able to hold it back to a 4.5% increase. But then when the claims report came in, the insurance company was paying out 112 to 116% in claims against what we were paying in premiums. The ACA Act of 2010 requires that all insurance companies be somewhere between the 85% and 100% mark of their revenue stream. So if they're collecting $10 in premiums, they have to pay out at least 85 cents or $8.50 of that $10, and they cannot, and of course they want to be under the 100 because they got to pay their bills. So there is a 0 to 15% range that they are limited to. We were 16 points above that. So now they've got to adjust to costs, and the way insurance business works, of course, is because your company might be at 85%, ours was at 116, so that equals out to the 0, and then they self-insure back and forth. So that's how they could make it, but they're going to raise our cost, and that's what happened. We went back to market, which we do every year, and negotiated the coverages that we had and got it down to just over 20% increase. That on top of all the salaries. So it's been a struggle.
So let's talk about these ballot initiatives before we take a break. We got we'll talk 2 or 3 minutes here and then take the break. We're facing a recreational marijuana thing. We've got the meeting tonight at Eastside Baptist. Nelda Speaks will be there. Dr. Bloodstone will be there, the Surgeon General of Arkansas. Prosecuting Attorney David Etheridge.
Well, he's supposed to be with us. I don't know. It's a quorum court meeting tonight.
Who?
David Etheridge. He's our attorney. He's usually at our meetings, so I don't know if he's going to send somebody. I saw that yesterday, but it's the same night as a quorum court meeting, and he sets at all those, so he may send his lieutenant or something.
He might do that.
But
or he may speak and head on. So
not to interrupt you at all, but I just saw that there is a quorum court tonight, and we're passing the budget tonight, or voting on it.
Huh.
But
that sounds fun.
I was really interested in this meeting and why they set it up the same nights that we meet the quorum court every month, the same night. So I don't understand why that we had to conflict at the same time on the clock. That's the problem. But let me explain that marijuana bill. The title is right now on the Attorney General's desk, waiting to get approved to go out and get the signatures. It's coming. I don't think it'll get near the support as the medical marijuana deal, because there's lies told about both of them. And I know that the people that are adamant about it, we need to make it legal are fanatics about it. Well, I'm just as fanatical against it.
Oh, yeah, me too.
And there's no good to it. Just remember, you get into that, you have no CDL driver's license, you have no concealed carry license, and many other privileges that are granted to us as citizens, as upright citizens. You lose all that when you go to a medical marijuana card or you are caught with marijuana and that together. It's crime. So you give up a lot of things. Yeah, they're not enforcing it. That's just another story. But there's a lot of things you give up to get high off smoke a little marijuana. There are ways to deal with the medical issue besides lighting up. And anyway, I don't want to get off on that tangent, but it creates a lot of problems for us as our law enforcement within the county. It creates a lot of problems for us employees, and it's hard enough to get employees now.
Well, Nelda speaks, the state rep was here, and the facts that we have so far is for every dollar of revenue it brings in, it costs the state $10.
I'm surprised it's just 10.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd think it'd be more like 12 or 15, and that's the cost they don't look at. And they want to look at Colorado and say, look what it's done to Colorado. Well, look at Colorado, but look at it honestly.
Yeah. Don't look at the surface, look at it honestly.
What's the cost behind the scenes? It's not pretty.
Emergency room visits that pertain to the use of recreational marijuana were up. This is back as far as 2016 or 17, was up 497%. And they don't have enough workers. It's crazy.
Well, it's just the movement, and this is just I guess you could say a symptom of what's going on in society, and it scares me. I remember when my kids, who are in their 40s now, or the last one soon will be, in about 30 days, but when my dad, when they were little, would go see their house, and he said, I'd hate to be those kids growing up and what's coming. Mm-hmm. Well, now I'm seeing the same thing he saw back then, looking at my grandkids, and now I have 2 great grandkids by y'all.
There you go.
But you want to see pictures? I got pictures. But I shudder to think about what they're facing and coming with this type of movement, and it's moving so fast because we thought we were pretty liberal when I was a teenager.
Wow.
We'd get away and sneak around and do things that we shouldn't do. Now they make it all legal.
Yep.
But I don't know. It's the thinking. It's our motivations and our priorities are focused on something besides what it should be focused on.
And with that, we'll take a break at 7:33. More with the judge right after this.
Why would I recommend Hospice of the Ozarks? Because I know the people that work there, I know their hearts, and I know that their desire is to help people with the suffering and the anxiety and the things that can come with either terminal diagnosis or a terminal condition. We want them to have a peace of heart and to have a comfort and to know that someone's there to help them through that so they can enjoy the time that they have.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the mountain home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment. Their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
For years I've lifted weights, probably 30 years. The last 2.5, 3 years I'd have pain in my back of my deltoid at the joint. And it was extremely painful, and it didn't matter if I lifted weights or what I did. Whenever I pushed on anything, it hurt. Dr. Osgood had told me about this laser therapy, and so I tried it. 4 sessions later, 0 pain. And now I'm lifting weights again with no pain.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
So there I was, naked as a jaybird in the shower with soap in my hair and eyes when I lost water pressure down to a dribble. I immediately grabbed my towel and dialed up Jake at JM Sales and Pump Service. Jake came right over and fixed my water pressure. Now I can take my showers with confidence. Just call Jake.
For all your sales and pump needs, just call Jake at JM Sales and Pump Service, 870-431-5445. He offers high-quality stay-right products.
End of the year.
.737, we're visiting with Baxter County Judge Mickey Pendergrass, and we've covered a lot of ground already. What else we got?
Well, we have the December last regular scheduled quorum court meeting for 2019 tonight. The Budget Committee and the Personnel Committee have been working hard with us to we had one, you could call it a marathon compared to what some of our meetings went recently, where the Budget Committee sat down and went line by line over our budget that we proposed to them and asked questions, and it was like a 2.5-hour meeting. And so out of that, we made some changes. That'll be the last item on the agenda tonight. There's 6 items of consideration for them. The normal ordinances appropriating unappropriated funds or moving funds around. We are changing a job description for the 911 addresses, putting them into this is a budget move, but it's something that we don't usually have on the agenda, but we're changing a job description. It's on there to help address budget issues. And then the budget ordinance, which we have to budget every year. The treasurer comes up with our estimated anticipated revenues, and then we can only budget 90% of those revenues so that we have a 10% cushion, which has been the law since counties were created, because used to they got only their revenue were basically all property taxes, which were paid in October, and so you had to be able to get from January to October when you did your budget every year. And of course the state budgets on the fiscal year of July 1 to June 30th, and a lot of their stuff is involved in turn back funds. There is a yes, item number 2 on the agenda tonight. It was overlooked and we didn't catch it, and then our association caught it and sent it to us, so it's to declare an emergency to get it on there. This new legislation this past year in the legislative session, they were raising funds for the RDOT, Arkansas Department of Transportation, and in that bill did several things. One was raise the wholesale gas tax 3 cents, and diesel wholesale price 6 cents, sales tax on each one of those. Well, that money, the revenue from that, and it brought some money in from the casinos for RDOT. It sends it to the ballot initiative next year, which we'll talk about more next year. But out of that 3 cents and 6 cents, the counties and the cities get to split 30% of the revenues is derived from that. The way we get all of our turnback funds, which saves you lots of local taxes on road and bridge millage, is half our money just about comes, or a third of it, comes from this source. They collect that sales tax and it goes to DF&A, who get to keep like 5% commission to handle all these issues. And then out of that 100% of the 95% that's left, 70% goes to RDOT, 15% is distributed among the counties based upon population, and 15% is split amongst the 500 plus cities for their street departments. Without that money, which we already get right now from revenues for the RDOT, it'd be hard to operate a road and bridge. But in the legislation that set that up, the legislature, in my opinion, and legislatures can get mad at me, but I really don't care, they have required that the cities and the counties, not the state, the cities and the counties, set up a special general ledger fund for revenue and for expenditures for this money. Now, what that tells me is they don't trust us. It's the legislature getting involved in an executive action. That money can be traced no matter where we put it. Arkansas, the legislative audits us every year, and they run stuff like this, and if we misappropriate or if we misapply money, they let us know. They explain it to us. We have to take corrective action if it's short enough to the truth. So it's there, but we have an emergency ordinance on the agenda tonight to establish that revenue fund and to establish that general ledger. And when we discovered this, we then had to split the road and bridge budget to put one line item in there just for that money. Now, what they didn't say was what we could spend it on, which really surprised me. If you're going to tell me I got to have a special general ledger line item so they can trace this money and make sure it goes, I think it's just to make sure it goes to the road and bridge department. Well, that's state law. That's what it says. That's what it's for. We're not going to. Our elected officials in Baxter County are going to make sure that this money gets directed to the point of its full intent when it was collected. So it goes in there, and so do we use it to buy a road grader, a dump truck, or pickup truck, or hire another help, or to do road construction, pay for asphalt? What do we use it for? Well, I guess that's our choice, but we got to have a special line item to pay it out of, and that's just more bureaucracy, unnecessary.
Don't you love it?
Yeah, and it's just one thing, and I may be getting a little riled up about just this one thing, but how many of those one things do we have to deal with at the local level unnecessarily? And we're not blaming them totally, because there's people out there that abuse the system that create this. You may have one or two bad actors, and the rest, the other 75 of us pay for it. Yeah. And that's what happens, and that should never happen. And we do our best of all the officials in Baxter County to make sure it doesn't happen, that we can account for every dollar, and because the people trusted us and put us in office to be accountable for that, so we try. But anyway, that's the Quorum Court tonight. It's going to be fun, and we'll move on and go on to bigger and better things in 2020.
2020, what do you see?
What I see?
Yeah. Is the county going to start growing again?
Well, some of the initiatives that are going on from Baxter County forward are things that we've been involved in. Might have some effect. I know there's trying to be some development downtown with the push that's been working there for quite a while, for the last few months anyway. And there's a lot of initiatives out there to do that. I think there's some things that we need to consider. I can't predict the growth. I wouldn't have thought that we had lost population in the last 10 years. The big thing that I've been working with, of course, I was appointed to the governor's Census Complete Count Committee, the statewide representing counties, and the effort is to make sure that we get 100% count, or as close to it, 100% count, accurate count of a census of the state of Arkansas, because it means a lot of money coming back from federal government, which is another whole story. So I've been concentrating more on that and making sure we get counting that our population is correct. And cities are involved in that with complete count committees, and because it's really important to them for local and federal dollars. I think that what I see right now is that we will maintain, if not have nominal growth. What you're not seeing is development as far as, and we haven't seen it in 12 years, 15 years, the development for subdivisions, housing, spec homes. So that's not happening in 12, 15 years.
Boy, in the
and
80s
if you
it
can
was
see,
going
if
big.
you can see that ever happening, even on a small scale, I think then you'll start seeing the growth. But it's just not out there. The only building going on is custom.
Wow.
And remodeling.
7:45, quick break. Be right back.
End of the year clearance on all G3 boats and Yamaha motors at Henderson Marine. Come check out the low prices on 2019 model G3 fishing boats and G3 Suncatcher pontoons. Henderson Marine offers in-house financing and is your local authorized Yamaha service center. Need parts, accessories, water toys? They got them too. Need to winterize? Call Henderson Marine today to schedule your winterization. When maintenance matters, call Henderson Marine at 870-488-5600.
Come see us today at Henderson Marine.
At Connor Family Funeral Home, our goal is to provide our friends and neighbors with caring, compassionate services at an affordable price. Connor Family is a full-service funeral home that offers a wide range of services to meet your family's needs and customs. We are the first on-site crematory in the area and provide many options to memorialize your loved ones and address all the details for a more personalized service. Where compassion and affordability meet, Connor Family Funeral Home in Mountain Home. Whether you're a professional lawnscape contractor or a homeowner in need of quality lawn equipment, Moran's Lawn & Garden has you covered. Moran's is the longest originally owned lawn and garden business in Mountain Home, with a 5,700 square foot warehouse packed full of new current year inventory for all your lawn maintenance needs. Moran stocks a full line of factory parts, and they service everything they sell, offering top names like Grasshopper, Hustler, and Country Clipper. Moran stands behind their quality service with thousands of customers using their products daily. Moran's Lawn & Garden, servicing the entire Twin Lakes area.
When I grow up, I want to save lives, like a superhero, and show up when people needed me.
When I grow up, I want to do animations. I want to create characters that can fly.
No matter what it is you want out of life, there is a path to get there.
When I grow up, I don't know what I want to do when I grow up, but I know I want to go to college.
Arkansas State University Mountain Home. Take your first step at asumh.edu.
Do you know where your money goes when you give to charity? At the Salvation Army, 85 cents of every dollar stays to help those in need in our local community. Hi, I'm Captain Spaulding. The money we raise help people in the surrounding 5 counties, including Baxter, Marion, Sharp, Izzard, and Fulton. You can help by donating your unwanted items and by shopping at the Salvation Army store. Those in need get assistance with rent, utilities, sending kids to camp, and many other things. When it comes to this charity, the Salvation Army always helps those in our community.
Your car is a member of the family. It takes you where you need to go, and it makes sure you are safe at all times. When a wreck or accident happens, trust the only place that will treat you and your vehicle like a person, not a number. From collision repair and windshield replacement to paintless dent repair and hail damage removal, Dent Boys can cover all your automotive repair needs and make sure you are satisfied every step of the way. Call or visit the professionals at Dent Boys today and see the Dent Boys difference. Almost 7:49, completing the show out now with Baxter Judge Mickey Pendergrass. Reflections, Old Time Restaurant.
I miss it. It was my schedule got sometimes I might not get to go for 2 weeks, and I missed it then. But it was always convenient to where I'd be busy working in office or traveling and get back and be hungry and walk across the street. It may be 1 o'clock or 1:20 before I get there and everybody else is gone. But I kind of got to meet one guy. He always come from his work about 1 o'clock, a little after, and when I was going late, we'd always sit there and have like lunch. Of course, I missed the big crowd, but yeah, I miss it because it's the convenience of it was so much, and the food was delicious, of course, and that kept you coming back. But and the camaraderie around of the community, I've met a lot of people there, and I will say. I experimented once a little bit with Google Photos, and I took some pictures inside there, and I shared them on Google Photos, and of all the ones traveling and others that I shared, that was my most viewed photos on Google.
Yeah,
was inside that restaurant. Huh. But it was really interesting to see that. But yeah, we miss it. Hope something can help. And it was. I didn't realize at the time that there was another business opening right next door. And it's tied up now because of the smoke damage and the stuff that it's kind of on hold and waiting the outcome. But yeah, there was another business fixing to open right next door, and this couldn't most inopportune time, not only for old time but for the growth that's going on in the square and that business in particular. But maybe it'll get cleared out and we'll see it again. But it's still a little busy down there. It's getting difficult. Except for that side in front of the old time where there's plenty of parking now.
I noticed that. I went down on the square about 12:30. Whatever. Man, there's a lot of places to park now.
My office, I look right out my one window and I'm looking right at his front door. And it was always that side of the square, and even on the courthouse side was always full. I look over and that whole side's empty, and it's just weird. But everything else is staying full. Everybody wants to get close to their office, and the restaurant on the other side, along with the health food store and the collector and assessor's office, that they stay pretty busy over there. But on the south side, but yeah, it's a lot of good memories made there over the many years.
Well, it sure has.
We met a lot of real important people in there, didn't we?
Well, yeah.
Or they met a lot of real important people because we met them there. I don't know which.
Well, I would go with the first. Just me.
I posted some pictures. We had Chief Justice of the Arkansas Supreme Court.
Yeah, Mr. Dan Kemp.
Dan Kemp was there with Associate Justice Womack and
Rhonda Wood. We met with her in there a few times. And all three Supreme Court judges at least we met. I think Miss Judge. She's from Mountain View. What's her name? I think I was with her in there one time.
What, Associate Justice? Joe Hart?
Yes, Joe Hart, Judge Hart. Yeah,
really?
I think she was up there one time many years ago when she was first running.
Really?
And because that may be 4 Supreme Court justices that are currently set that we have met in there. And of course, the Lieutenant Governor and Secretary of State and Land Commissioner and some appeals court judges.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's
quite the spot.
A lot of going on there. But it's the life of the square, that the changes in the history. A young man sitting here didn't like history. There is a world of history sitting there. And I had a class from the college come in. They bring in, one teacher brings them in every year, and I get carried away on talking about the history and the duties and responsibilities of the job, how it was established, the Constitution, etc. And it's time to quit, and they got to go back to class, and I've got to go to somewhere else. But I've been having fun as well on this $18 illegal exaction lawsuits. I've been getting $10 of those. The illegal exaction lawsuits against the solid waste district and the collectors. And as chairman of the board, I've been getting a $10. Those had one in Yellville yesterday. I've been to 2 of them in Berryville for Carroll County. And the one in Yellville yesterday was for Baxter, Marion, and Newton counties. And then they'll have one in Boone County and one in Searcy County coming up. It's on my schedule. And litigation of attorneys arguing their different sides. And what we had yesterday was 6 attorneys. We had the plaintiff, the defendant, 4 defendants, all had their own lawyer, and the Attorney General's office.
Good grief.
Jeez.
And the only one that walked away with a winning case was the Attorney General's office. Everybody else is coming back for more discovery and for a hearing. So that's the same thing that happened in Bearville. So we'll see where it goes. The $18 has been collected for 2 years now. It's sitting in escrow in the trustee's account. $2.5–3 million. Whatever's been collected in the 6 counties, and so there's a lot of activity going on that. We have a solid waste board meeting coming up this month. See about the changes that's going on with that and the landfill.
I think we got it tough. How'd you like to be in his shoes?
Sometimes you just have to go fishing.
Just have to go fishing.
And I'm going to do that here in a few days. Just go fishing. Because that's, you got to get away from it.
Yep.
But yeah, it's busy. It's part of it. It's what we signed up for. And have people come in, different issues. It's always going on.
The camera's locked up here. I'm unlocking them as
Oh,
we
yeah.
speak.
That happens occasionally. That happened to me doing the 726 show.
Yep.
Yeah. Or doing Lions Club, I think.
Well, you just wanted that beautiful silhouette of me sitting there, the still shots.
Well, I'm in a great pose, ain't I? Don't you love freeze frame? Freeze frame. You know, we can talk over the top of the video, though, and just let folks know what's going on. Camera's locked up, scooter's unlocked, and just goes in, and there's a little refresh in there.
I got that one unlocked.
You mentioned a while ago that something about when Ben was here, winter coming on, the snow.
Yep.
Let people know that we're as prepared as we can get for it. Our equipment has been checked out and is constantly being checked out, and it's good. We had basically 100 tons of salt to mix with our mix to go out that we did not use last year. We got a little bit concerned with the forecast that's coming up, so we ordered another 50 ton and covered it up out there. So we're getting everything's organized, and we're still working. We're replacing a bridge that constantly floods right now on west of town, and we are that close to getting recognition for the new bridge down on Denton Ferry. It's $800,000 to $1 million project. We're that close to being funded completely.
Wow.
And so we're excited about that. It's going to be a 2 years time period to get that replaced, and working on the detours to get it in there. It's going to be an exciting process. A lot of things going on, but our guys are set up and our equipment's set up, and we're as prepared as we can be in case we get inclement weather and need to clear roads. So, any more questions about that?
So you're saying the upcoming forecast
depends on who you listen.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've heard everything from mild, wet winter to some snow, 13 to 18
But I will
inches
say
over.
this: we used more winter prep, salt, etc. in 13 and 14 we've used since.
Yeah.
Really?
So we're due.
We are. I'll give you that.
See if I can find a...
That first winter that I came in as county judge was a nightmare. Every 30 days we got an ice storm that was just
When was
unbelievable.
this? What year?
The winter of 13-14.
Oh, yeah.
Got one about this time in December, and then January, February, and March. We got one right at the first of the month, all 4 months. And you could not blade that stuff. You had to use a bulldozer or a road grader to get off the road. And road graders were grunting. Big time.
I've tried to see if, how much time I got? 2 minutes, trying to see if we've got a long-range forecast here.
You got any Farmer's Almanac?
Well, I don't.
What about the woolly worms? I hadn't seen any.
No, I haven't. Have you seen any?
Woolly worms? No.
I did.
I did see the.
I did see the explanation of how to.
I did see the persimmons.
Spoons, yeah.
Yes, big time. They were
Yeah.
big time. I wonder if I still have that.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. I'm looking
Pretty
at the
good
monitor.
forecaster, but I did not see the woolly worms. Anybody got woolly worms? They can tell us about it. What did they saw? I did see a good explanation. I finally understand what they're looking at when they look at the woolly worms. I thought they had more woolly on them, but that's not what you look at. It's the genuine woolly worm has a black rear and a black front and an orange or red middle, and the length of that middle is what tells you. The shorter it is, the shorter the winter. The longer it is, the longer the winter. And if it's average middle, it's an average winter. That's what you look at there. I finally understood why they look at them.
So there they are.
There's
There's 3 of them cut.
Spoons in the persimmons.
That's what they say.
Did you stop at 3?
Sure you don't want to double check that.
Yeah.
PR like we'd wind up with 6 of them.
Yeah, that's Travis Alexander had sent that in
Travis
for us.
did that?
Yeah.
Final thoughts, Judge. You got about 15, 20 seconds.
Well, we appreciate we're finishing up another year and appreciate everybody's support and strength and the help and that you go with us from what we had to do this year and raising the millage. So it's been a trying time, but we appreciate all the support and continue to see you on the street.
Got to run. See you tomorrow.